Alright everyone, I am back and it is officially time to recolor my hair. I'm sorry if I'm sounding off, I have a little bit of a cold, or something like that. So anyways, I have a special treat. You guys have voted, and I know one of the big votes, especially from Jester Confit95, was he wanted me to do a review on the 6RR Vibrant Light Auburn and the 5R mixed together. So I figured I can do a video on how to make your own shade of color using a boxed color. Now, Healthy Look is a cream demi-permanent color, so it's not a permanent color, but if you overlap, it's going to turn dark. So I always do the root first, let that process longer, and then I do the rest of my hair. And I have long hair, so I got 2 boxes, and it's thick. So 6RR is a very light red. It's got more of that red pigment that's pretty cool. And they call the shade Love Apple, which I thought was pretty funny because they name these shades like candy. And it is no ammonia, so all you're gonna do is I'm gonna mix half and half, and there's 2 ways you can do it. Now, if you're really, really nervous you're gonna mess up, you can use a color scale or a food scale. And if you look at the color tube, it's only like 1.59 fluid ounces, so you have to just get it to equal the same, equal parts of each. But even easier, I just used a ruler and I measured how much was half a tube, and I'm just gonna pour equal parts of half in there. And this shade for the 6RR is really, really nice. It's pretty vibrant, and it gives you a result of what the color is going to look like. The 5R, even though it doesn't look like it on the box, is still very vibrant. It's a really nice red. I always say the 5R is more of an autumny red. The 6RR is really good for winter. It's deeper than it looks. It's got a lot of the violet undertones. So without further ado, I'm going to show you how I do this. I'm just going to twist the cap off to the cream developer. And then what I'm going to do is open this one. I'm going to puncture the tube with the color. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you do a patch test because this color can cause a reaction. Even though it's not permanent, it still has some of the chemicals that can create a severe reaction. So starting out, I'm going to open up my developer, and if you're going to do this, I recommend getting a color key. It comes in handy. I'm going to insert the color key, and I'm just going to push out half of the color right into the tube. And this looks really vibrant. If you can see, kind of hard to see, but the 6RR has some really vibrant tones in there. Whereas the 5R kind of looks more just like a red and not as violety. If you do have gray hair, this will blend it like I mentioned before, but you want to be careful because if you're using a red shade and a 6RR with a lot of red, that can turn clown red if you have a lot of white. So if you're 100% gray, mix it with a neutral. You would want to mix it with a 6N. Alright, and because you have 2 tubes that are used, you would just use the second bottle for the lengths and ends if you have hair like mine that's long, or if you are doing, if you have short hair, you can use it for a retouch. So that's always a good thing. The ultimate shade is going to be a mixture between both. I'm using a level 6 and a level 5, so it's going to be a level 5.5 or 5.5 with a vibrant red tones. So it's going to be a between a, because level 6 is either a light brown or dark blonde depending on who you talk to. It'll be a decently medium to light blonde, medium to light brown with really vibrant red tones, and the 5R is going to calm down some of the intense red, so it won't be as intense as a pure 6R, but it will still be a really nice shade of red. And just give the bottle a good shake for a few seconds. Make sure it's all blended. And just start applying. Now I just apply it right up here at the regrowth. and just feather it out. And you're gonna apply from here to here. Just hit your regrowth, your hairline, and I'll be back when it's time to do the lengths and ends, so I'll see you guys soon. Alright, so it's been, I timed this for 15 minutes. You can do longer on the regrowth if you want just a little bit of lift, because even though this is demi-permanent, they do use 15 volume developer, which does give it a hint of lift, but it fades out. So it doesn't last like a permanent color. So I mixed the rest of it for my mid shaft and ends, and as you can see, it's really red, so I'm excited to see the finished result. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna run it through and apply it to everywhere else and process it for just 5 minutes, because the ends are porous and it's gonna suck in just like that, and it will refresh everything. If you leave this in too long, these are gonna look lighter, the roots, and the rest of the hair is gonna turn dark. So I'll be back when it is all on. All you have to do is just kind of apply it, massage it in, and put it up. So I'll be on when it is all finished processing. All right, and this is my hair outside in bright light. It is kind of hard to see, but because it is the winter, it's not as bright as it normally is in the summer, but you can get a really good idea of how vibrant it is outside. It really shows more where I had the balayage, which I was surprised, because even though it is deposit only hair color, I did find that this color has a little bit of lift, as weird as that sounds, but then it kind of washes all out, so you don't really notice it after a month, because it only lasts about a month or 28 washes. Up at the regrowth, it showed really well where I have a few of the grays. It stained it, so it looks like I have some highlights up here. And I like it. It has a very nice purpley cast. It's not as super vibrant as I was expecting, but I kind of had a rough idea of what to expect. I read some reviews online and they say that it is darker than you expect. So this is it outside in brighter light. It's very nice. In the wintertime, my hair shows a lot more darker red, like a lot more of the burgundy tones. This is a really nice color for winter. So I hope you guys like it. All right, so this is the first wash after using my custom-made color by mixing the 6RR and the 5R. And as you can see, it's extremely vibrant. It's a really rich cherry red, rarely cool toned, no warmth. It really shows up more where I have the highlights. And I like it a lot. It's a great shade. It's not too over the top. And in the right lighting, it shows really vibrant. And it completely blended away the root line, so it doesn't look like I have a line of demarcation. You can see. But this is the first wash. And by the way, it washes even redder than the 5R. It is incredibly red. It's like a red purple. When you're in the shower, the minute water hits it, it just runs and runs and runs. I rinsed it for a good 5 minutes and it still was running vibrantly red. The other thing I did too is I used like a conditioner on it, and that took a lot of the red out too. So this does appear to run more than the 5R, but I think it's because of the intensity of it. There's more red pigment. So I'm gonna see how long this lasts. I'm gonna probably do a few more washes. But so far the first wash, I noticed a difference. I noticed at the ends too, which normally suck the color up a lot, are not as drabby and dark, which is nice. They're kind of fading out quickly, which I like. So it's all even. So I will see you guys soon for the second wash. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, sorry about that. My camera tuned out, but this is pretty much the finished result. And I did want to say that I was going to do a video on how it washes out, probably like 5 washes, only because I did a video on Healthy Look 5R. You guys have an idea of what it's going to look like, but because this is a different shade, it's a custom made shade, you can get an idea of what it looks like as it fades out to see that if you guys want to try this. I will post a link down below, and if I don't, remind me on the link to where you can get this color. It's the 6RR and the 5R. It's been long discontinued for about 5 years now, I think, but they discontinued it. However, you can get a lot of it online still because there's a lot left over. And you can mix your own shades. You don't have to just do what I did. You can mix 2 shades, you can mix many shades and different ratios. You can get creative. This is all from the one line though, because it's demi. You could only mix L'Oreal Healthy Look. Don't go and mix other shades in there. But feel free to make your own shade or your own custom one, and you know, get creative with it. You can do like a blonde with some red in there, make it like a coppery blonde. or a different red. You can add more brown to it to make it more of a brown red or red brown. Totally up to you guys. It's actually pretty cheap. I think 6 boxes online was only like $10, which is dirt cheap. Other brands, this is basically a knockoff of Redken's cream gloss because L'Oreal does own Redken now. So you can get similar results from using Redken 6RR, their demi cream, or their 5R. So I do like this color. I probably rate it like a 4 out of 5, only because it runs so dark. I wish they would make it like better or do a remake of this color in the future. That would be my own personal dream. So tell me what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Post your comments down below what you guys want to see next. Next time I dye my hair, I'm going to be doing a John Frieda 5RV, they're medium burgundy, so you guys can see that, because then you have to use a permanent color. Usually I use a demi color 2 to 3 months after I use a permanent, only because I like to just refresh it. And you give your hair a break instead of using the permanent. It's hard to see too, I'm trying to give you guys a better look at the root, if you see it, but it looks like it lightened up a lot more. So that's about it. It's a good color, it's a good product if you're looking for something decently low maintenance, but still getting really good results and saving a buck. So I will see you guys soon. Have a wonderful holiday, Merry Christmas, and I'll do more videos for the holiday season. So see you guys soon.